Something has excited this star tonight. You can see all the different movements this star has made, all the different shifting of its shape. And it was very excited. I had not seen it this excited before, because normally, it would make, like peaceful, like harmonious movements. But tonight, you can see by the look of the shapes that it made that something excited it. And I don't know if it was in a good way or if I don't know if it's sensing something, sensing like an urgency or something. You may think, Gina, honey, you're talking about a star. Yes, I am talking about a star. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Something is kind of, it just felt different. The star felt different tonight is what it did. And I'm going to put myself on here. I'm going to put myself back on here because we're going to look at the stars. And let's see, where am I? I'm right here, you all. Let me put myself over this image. Like, I'm right here. These stars right here. Now, I don't believe that this right here is up there in water. I really do not. Or they're all the same thing. I don't believe that the images that you're seeing is due to the waves in the water. No, these are clearly defined edges. And when I see this particular star make the shapes that it makes, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Part of me feels like this one star is comprised of a whole lot other different like beings up there in the sky. That may sound strange to some people, but that's what I feel in my spirit. That's what I see. And they move in unison at times, and then they move all over the place. They're like a collective that comprises one whole body. It's like that star could not say to one of the other pieces of it, I don't need you, because it needs it all. It needs all of its body members to complete the body. That's what I feel like. The stars up there in the sky, and they're not what you think. They're really not what you think at all. They're constant movement. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. We're going to look at some star footage tonight. Yes, we are. We're going to get it over here. I'm going to make myself smaller, a little bit smaller, because I'm going to play this. I'm going to see. We got to see how fast it's going right now. Okay, if this is going too fast. Oh, it's really shifting really fast. I got to make sure the audio and the media is off, because you could be hearing something. It is getting a little weird out there. I might need to turn this star speed down a tad bit to probably about like this. But the movement that it was making, it was expanding out so far. And I'm going to have to use my hand to make sure it stays in the screen, because I filmed this from inside. I have windows that lower from the top and also from the bottom, so I thought, I am not going out there and freeze tonight. I'm going to open the top part of the window, and I'm going to film this through the open part of my window, so I don't have to stand outside. See, look at it. This is really makes me feel like I did get a sense of, it was excited, but not like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. It was a different feeling that I was sensing with this star, because I haven't seen such what you would call erratic movements like this before. Now, granted, it was really extending itself way out in this video right here. all the way out. Hello, everyone. If you have not seen a star, I've zoomed up on the northeastern star tonight, the one I love zooming up on. And, well, if I were to mess with the filtering of this, you would see rays of light shining down. If I could filter it just right, you would see, look at all this movement that it's making. I really feel like it is a collective of it's comprised of a whole lot of other beings, and that may sound strange, but life forms that make up this one body of star up there in the sky. And you know how we watch those clouds and they were making all kinds of shapes? Do we need to make this bigger, you all? Because Gina, honey, can. I can make this bigger so you all can see it bigger. I can. Part of me thinks that what makes the stars is also in the clouds. A star is born. Yeah. Hello there, Either God. Yeah, I can make it bigger if this is too small for you all to see, and or I could slow it down a tad bit more. Is what I could do. Hello, you all. If you just tuning in, I don't want to make it too large. El Solo Ojo. Can y'all see that just fine? See the different shapes that it's making? Now, as I do it like this, see, you could slow it down even more so on the YouTube once this video uploads. But it's in a constant state. Sometimes when I look at it, I think, is it like a transformer-like thing? Like, is it like some type of advanced life form or something? When you zoom up on it. Hello. Yeah. I don't know how slow of a lag there is, but look at all of this. I've not seen it extend out itself like this before in this magnitude. I haven't. And I was trying to see if am I seeing this extending out? First I thought, is there something wrong with the star? I really did. There's something wrong because it was extending itself out so far, reaching so far, or parts of itself. And I thought, I know that I'm not causing the extended reaching of it. Well, I can look at stuff in my old Bible, but I'm not going to look at it now because I'm showing this star. Look at it. If you look at all the shapes that it takes on. Now, I could sharpen this also and make some more defined edges on it, but this is what it looks like with my Nikon camera without me even filtering it. No, it's not methane gas at all. This star, if this star would come to the earth, it's not going to be a ball of fire. It's not. It is it's comprised of something else. So now I have started a new film. I took a few short videos is what I did, and I had combined them all in one long video. You can see the constant shifting of it. Let me do this right there. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I'm back. Let's play this. See, look at that. I wonder if I should make this bigger. This one I might be able to make bigger. I don't know any other way to, like, I think I'm zooming up on it right now, and when I get to that point, it's going to get enormous. That's what I think is going to happen. See, look at the shape. how it continually, oh, it's going to get massive, probably changing its shape. It may not get too massive. I got to keep a close eye on it because I was had it on the tripod, but I was trying to keep it focused. Look at that. Okay, it's going to get really large probably. And I don't know how it looks on your end when it gets really large like that. Look at that, you all. Do I need to slow it down even more, or this is good? Because if we slow it down really even more, it might be a very, very long video. But then you can slow it down more too once the video is uploaded after the live stream. Does anyone else's screen look slightly blurred out? Is anyone else's looking like that? Okay, let me do this. Because if it's too big, you can't really, it's way too big. You can't really see it that well. Let me slow it down one more time. All right, let's do it. Okay. I try not to look at the comments because I do get distracted, and it's probably best at times that I do not look because I cannot concentrate. And it is meant as a distraction. Okay, see all the different sections of it. You know, like on the clouds, you see like the black tips. Even like when we were looking at Mount Etna, remember that one video we zoomed up and we looked at the clouds on, and they were coming out of the clouds, like they said, the video, they're coming out of the clouds. Do you know what they did to that one live webcam? They blurred it out, so we couldn't zoom up on it anymore immediately. It didn't take but a couple days for them to catch on that we zoomed up on that volcano, that particular webcam, and there is no more close-ups like that. The one Mount Etna webcam totally blurred out, so you can't get a definitive look. But they don't, there's no more zooming up like we used to. See, look at this. So there's, part of me thinks that also these kind of resemble those things that rose up out of those clouds, those life forms. See, no, that's no, you all. This ain't methane gas or anything. These are life forms. And they change their shape continually. And so do, like, when you look in the clouds at times, I was watching some footage of the clouds. Remember, they rearrange their shapes. They're like little cubes and stuff. So, yeah. I notice at times it can read, it can sense my resonance, my whatever I'm resonating within my being. It can sense it also, is what this can do. And it's like my frequency. When my frequency was like focusing, it would move even more. But when I'm feeling like, oh, I'm getting in a daze staring at you, that's what it would do, like this. But when I start focusing, that's when it would make the bigger movements and the extending. See how far it extended out? Y'all, just see that one thing that extended out like that far, like a ship. I'm not sure of the origin of these. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, really. It's something to document in the sky. And No one has no definitive answers, really. I mean, we got lots of guesses, lots of theories, and some of those theories are probably right. It's just putting everything together with these in the skies. Now, granted, it's really cold here too. It's not a crisp looking sky tonight, and I thought, well, maybe if it's colder up there in the sky, if perhaps there was some clouds in the sky, and it was kind of whatever up there too. Yeah, it does twinkle. It was twinkling when I was looking at it with my eyes, but if look at the shapes that it's making. Totally in a continual state of rearranging its shapes. Could this one star, really think about it, say this isn't like the stars that, we think they are? What if these stars can like shape shift into an enormous ship, rearrange themselves into like an enormous ship, make themselves small like a little star, because you can see how it expands out when it wants to. Totally expands out really big. It's not doing it right now, but it was. It can go from being really small and then expand itself out in many different ways. It's intelligent. It is some type of an intelligent life form, and I am going to call it a star because it's that's what it's known as when you look up in the sky, a star. And yeah, someone created them. See that? It's like sometimes you can see black cubes in there too. Different size black cubes. See, look what it's doing. And when it extends itself, it's like perfectly straight white, cylindrical, well, like rectangular shapes too at times. Sometimes you can see white cubes in it. White and black cubes together, various sizes. Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful. These are one of my favorite things I like to look at. I do. If we had music playing, it'd be really nice and peaceful. See, the thing is, if when I finish this video, if you wanted to play your own music to it and you could just mute me, you could even look at the star and you could listen to your music. See, look at all the shapes that it makes. And then you can just relax and meditate in your spirit. See, look at that. If you were to take screenshots, you would see some pretty straight lines, straight edges and corners and stuff. Yeah. Oh, Michael, honey. Yeah, well, here's the algorithms now. Someone said, well, a lot of people don't get notification, but the algorithms now, the Google intelligence, artificial intelligence, it's going to recommend videos which is going to be tailored to what you have expressed an interest in. If you've searched for anything on the internet, any like information, if you've watched any certain types of videos and stuff, it's going to, if I don't do that type of video, it's 9 times out of 10, it's not going to notify you. It's going to try to match your viewing history. That's because it's so intelligent based on your patterns. It's like when you are not even on the internet and you're talking about a certain item or something, then you automatically get ads for that item. That's how intelligent it is. Someone says, well, they had specific ad showing up on the beginning of my video, and they asked anyone else have it, something about court hearings and stuff. And I explained to them in the comment section, it's based on, the algorithm is based on what it picks up and learns from you. Here's you talking about, or somebody on your internet using your Wi-Fi, your IP address, it's whatever you're searching, or you could be talking to somebody and your phone's on. Oh, it's going to send you an ad about that subject somehow, some way, because it's always listening. Always listening. That's how it is. Same way I think with these videos. It takes into consideration your viewing history. And what on earth? What is that? You see what that did right there? I just paused it. Why did that do that, you all? This is kind of wild, isn't it? Let's see what that looks like at that angle. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, you all, we're going to blow it up. We're going to look at this. This is what it looks like right here. It looks like the composition of the clouds. It does. I'm just going to tell you, it looks like the composition of the clouds that, let me crop my head out because I had to look down at my keys. Oh, shoot. Let me get this going. Let me do this. Okay. Can you see it? It's like this. See if we can, I can't make it any larger, but that's what it looks like. Can you see it? A torso? Well, I'm not so certain about a torso. I really am not. But it seems like it is, it sometimes seems like it's holographic. It really does, like a projection in the sky. It does. I'm just going to say it. It really does, like a projection in the sky. See, look at that. Look at the edges of it. And when we viewed the clouds, they had practically this type of a structure. It had, you could see like there's some kind of a rainbow thing in the inside of these two, you all. I mean, it might look kind of blurry, but it's like all these little tiny translucent looking squares and stuff in a constant state of motion and rearranging. So let's come back to this. Let me put it back to me. Oh, you all, what happened? I messed it up, you all. Oh my gosh, look at that. See, look at some of those movements, you all. This is like, okay, that's where we were. That's where we were. I wanted to make this bigger because those one movements that it's making, that's really, really wild looking. Okay, here it is. Can you see it, you all? What it's looking like right there. Let's push this button. Because I don't know how long that stayed in a flux of, okay, I don't know how long this stayed like this. Okay, here, this one right here. So I'm zooming up on this one. This is another video clip of the different movements that it makes. So look at that. If you got a big, whoa, see, you all, come on now. This is, look at the colors. They can make any color they want. Now, just suppose just let your mind go there. What if these are same as the Phoenix lights? You know how they can, different colors in the skies? Yet these individuals, these beings, they can come together and form the stars. What if? Really, what if? To me, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be the same species. I'm going to take another image, you all. I got to crop myself out of it because I'm looking down at the thing. But it's all right. Let me crop it out. Gina, crop it out. Okay, we can do it. Let's watch this right here. See, look how it looks. Can you see the, do you think that this is like holographic? Can you see it? Right there? Look at all the little white cubes. The little white squares. If this has zoomed up. Has it, you all? Or is it not just showing you all? Because I can't see what happened to my video. I froze on my own end is what happened. You think they're angels? Look at, I mean, it's really pretty. It really is really pretty is what it is. But I'm thinking that it's well, it's obviously a life form. Obviously, it's really pretty. It is. I like looking at them. No, see, it just wanted to start over because I moved it, so it decided it's going to start over. And I don't know where. Okay, there it is. It start over right there, making all of its shapes. It's really cool looking. It's quite fascinating, like a changing galactic ship transformer in the sky. Look at that, you all. That is so wild. All the different shapes that it transforms into. You know, what if we've been pulled into a parallel world, a parallel universe? And that's why everything is so messed up. Everything is so upside down. And now we're trapped. Thank you, CERN. So what if that... Whoa, you all see that's getting really big. It's a little bit too big. Dear gracious, Gina, honey, that's really big, you all. That is so massive. I got to shrink that down. It got really massive on us because I was wanting to see it really close up because it was really far away as it was coming in as I started zooming up on it. It got really massive. Is that too big for you all right there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, it's definitely has some energy in it. It's got some electrical energy in it. Is what it's got. See it moving like that. I gotta move with it. See, and look at times. Is that too big, you all, as you're looking at it? Because I can pause the video again and we can make it smaller. It's really exciting looking. You can see the straight rectangles. You can see squares. See all kinds of things. See, this is the movement that it made tonight. I have not seen it extending itself out. That's why I felt something was up with it, because it's very excited, and I don't know if it was trying to alert me. It's not happy. I didn't get the feeling it was happy to see me. It was just trying to tell me something, even if it is like a collective or something, you all. It's just alarming to see it like that. Okay. Gotta watch out where this is at. What do you gotta go up there to see it like this? It's a star. I zoomed up on a star tonight in the sky. It's a northeastern star, and I have a star playlist. It's the main one that I zoom up on when I do. Look at that. See, it's like it's rearranging its shape, like it's something non-organic. Now, I don't feel negative energy from it. I don't. I never have felt any negative energy whatsoever. I'm just thankful that it lets me zoom up on it and get footage. Because if they don't want you to, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. They will make themselves to where your camera cannot zoom up because they'll make your camera to where you can't pick up their image. So it is intelligence, an intelligent species. When I called my one friend on the phone tonight, well, this evening, and when I did, this is strange, I was asking her something. She said, Gina, you sound like a robot. I can't understand what you're saying. And so I said, what? And I said it slowly. She said, your voice sounds like a robot. So I hung the phone up and I called back, and then my voice was normal. Has anyone had anyone tell you that too? Because I've heard that lots of times, you all. I really have heard it lots of times before from several friends, over the past couple years or something. 5D. My mom said that to me before too. I don't know if it's just my phone or something. Um, yeah. Okay, it went down. So where is it going to show back up you? I went down. I got to try to find it somewhere because it's on here. It went, there it is right there. Because when it went down in the bottom of the screen, I didn't know where else it would go like this. Look at it. It's magnificent to look at. It really is. You ever think of what if humans really? Now, some people may not like hearing this. Have you ever sat and thought, what if we are a super, super advanced race of humans? And we are here on this earth because we've got something that we need to take care of. You ever think about that? What if you have some type of super, super, super intelligence within you? Well, if you're an old soul, you got something in you because you just are. You got a lot of knowledge inside of you. When you feel you're an old soul and people say, you're an old soul, you ever ask yourself why? Well, it could be, if you believe in reincarnation, you've been here plenty of times before. Yeah. Some people remember past lives, even little children, and then what happens after a certain age, they forget. They don't remember anymore. Yeah, see, look at this, you all. I've not seen it extend itself out so much as it is right now. And I am going to say, I don't get any negative feeling, but something has excited it tonight. And I'm thinking, is it because of the coldness in the sky? Is there something much greater going on Earth in the spiritual realm or something that it has intelligence about? And maybe it wants to let us know. I did think that. Infinite spirits. Yeah. Well, where the soul of man never dies. Dear friends, there'll be no sad farewells. There'll be no tear-dimmed eyes. Where all is peace and joy and love. Where the soul of man never dies. The constant movement. Yeah, Thomas, you thought the stars are burning. The sun's world has been deceived. Desiree McGruin. Well, I am on a mission. I will not deny it one single bit. And I will not stop until it's my time to stop. And I'll know it within my spirit. You know what I'd love to see? I hope I'm here when it happens. All of those light ships, when they finally decloak in the sky. Yeah, that'd be great. Bunch of light ships. Then they wouldn't be able to suppress it. They'd be in the sky all over the place. And some call those light ships the chariots of the Most High. Some call them the Galactic Federation of Light. Oh, I just call them light ships, and I don't feel anything negative from them. And I know they're in the sky. They're cloaked in the clouds too. And then what if this is part of them? What if it really is? What if this is part of them also? But yet in another form. By the looks of this footage right here, If I don't speed this up, you are going to be on here all night long. Probably another 35, 40 minutes. That's right. 35 and 40 minutes. Beautiful vibe dynamic. I'm speechless. Those aren't good beings. If you see anything, not just some speck, actual beings. Well, see, that's where me and you differ, honey. Gina, honey. Don't have evil feelings toward these. I don't. I get no negative energy whatsoever. You know, some people view the world through certain sets of filters. I don't view this world through your set of filters that you have on your eyes. If I did, I would not be on here sharing anything. You know, I really would not even want to be able to look at everything in the sky and say, you know, they're demons. What's the use of me even being on here? That's a very negative frequency. And it's not going to be in my being. It's not. But I do understand there are people who view the world through certain filters in their eyes, and everything in the sky is considered demonic. Yes. Well, Gina, honey, don't view the world this way, and neither do a lot of people. Okay? Only a certain handful with a certain mindset views the world in that capacity. It's much greater than what you feel you know. Much, much greater. And I'm not going to let what I consider good be spoken of as evil. I'm not. And I don't have to. Beautiful vibe dynamic. I don't. This is the northeastern star. I zoom up on it all the time. When I zoom up on a star, this is my favorite one, so I just wait for it to appear in the sky and then I zoom up on it. Is what I do. Yeah. And you can see the constant changing of shape. But it has not been so dramatic as it is right now. It hasn't. So it's like there's a sense of urgency in the air because it's really extending itself out all over the place is what it's doing. Kitty is doing better, and thank you for your prayers. I mean, she's still is not eating very much, but she's eating a little bit more. And she's glad my husband's home because it stresses her out when he is not around. And normally, if your pet, if the their person they spends a lot of time with them is not around, they get very stressed. Is what they do. Yeah, she is. She's still per Kitty, but she's so fragile. See, look at that, you all. On here. Yeah, that's okay. She's been a blessing. She's around 18 years old. So if you're just tuning in, this movement of this particular star has been accelerated. And it normally does not do this. I mean, it'd move a little bit, but not be so far reaching as, yeah. right here. Now, if I speed it up, it's going to, shalom, it's going to move a lot more. But if this, I'm going to show you what it looks like in the normal speed, more or less. This is the normal speed, a constant, I can't even keep up with its speed. It's all over the place, and that's why I slowed it down, so I could at least like keep up with it on here. It's constant movement. See, look at that. Continually, and this is more of it. That's why they look like they're twinkling in the sky. Lord have mercy. Because of that. And my you oh my gosh. Yeah, it moves fast. And it's hard to hold the it was hard to hold the camera in the same spot, but that's what we're looking at, the northeastern star. And when you slow it down and you look at it, you'll see the, like it has like black cubes or something. There has something on it. It's intelligent. I can't see where it's at now. It's over here. We'll let it, where's it at now? See, I don't know what that was, must have been one shape that the frame got standing on. See, look at this, you all. Constant movement. Where are we at? I'm not looking at the comments, so there's no way I can do that and try to find out where this star is on this page. Right here, it is like so fast. It thinks faster than I can move. Look at that. It's quite mesmerizing. Where is it at now? Oh my goodness. So we're almost halfway through the video at this speed, you all. We're going to make it. Going to get the normal speed all throughout this whole entire video. Yes, you're welcome, Exotic Angel. Sometimes this star, when it's in a different mood, oh, you can see the beautiful, beautiful colors. But tonight, the main colors was white and black. And it normally does not extend out as far as it's extending out now. So there's been a shift in its frequency. Is where on earth? I'm trying to keep you in this screen. You are all over this place. There's been a shift in its frequency. And I feel it. Okay, it's up here now. I took around 3 short videos of this. Is what I took. Oh man, I gotta focus. I gotta focus to make sure I keep this in the frame. So if you're wondering where I went, I've moved my video capture of me off of there so I can focus on keeping this in this viewing window because it moves so fast. I don't shine flashlights at stars. I don't feel the need to do anything like that. I think it's very disrespectful. I wouldn't want someone shining a flashlight in my eyes, and I don't like car lights right in my eyes. I'm sure deers don't like flashlights in their eyes. I won't do it. It's too disrespectful. Yeah, we're getting near the end. I'm just trying to. I literally do. I gotta move. I'm so glad this is a touch screen. Otherwise, it'd be hard for me to keep this in the viewing window. You will have seen the whole entire footage from tonight. That's the good thing, because we sped it up to its normal speed. Constant movement. And I filmed this with my Nikon P900 on a tripod. So there's a different frequency that is noted in my spirit from this northeastern star tonight that I have not seen before. It was a tad bit unsettling. Okay, it started all over, you all. Wow. Okay, you can see some of the shapes that it did. It started all over. And yeah, it was very active is what it was. So you always wonder why the ships being so high-tech still need windows for viewing. That's really interesting, Michael. I never thought about that before. Good evening, you all. I am going to go, but this is footage that I took tonight with my camera. And as you can see, these are some of the movements. It made many different movements, and they look really wild looking. They do. Pretty cool, to say the least. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Apple Brooks Honey, for being on here. If there's any other moderators, thank you. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Thank you. And it's pretty cool if you look at the front of the video and you slow it down a little bit more. You can see some more. You can get some screenshots of the different movements that it makes, different shapes and stuff.